Hi, it's Gary Kay. We are here on day 2 of ISE 2017 here in Amsterdam. I'm joined by Paige O'Neill. Paige O'Neill is the CMO of Prysm. Good afternoon, Paige. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Your booth is packed. We got a bunch of people standing around waiting for us to finish this so they can get back over to this visual workplace. But first off, tell us a little bit about what we're going to see today and what Prysm's showing in your stand today.
Yeah, we've got a lot of new things that we're showcasing this week, Gary. The first thing is over here in the far corner, for the first time, we're showing the Prysm software on third-party hardware displays. So on the end there, you'll see a planar display, and then right next to it is an Avicor display, and we're featuring our Prysm Visual Workplace software on those displays.
And so what that basically means is that now you're not tied to only Prysm branded hardware, which puts you in an interesting position to move out of selling hardware and more moving into selling services and software.
That's right, and really our strategy there is we get a lot of customers who ask us, hey, we've made some investments recently in display technology, and can we get the software on our existing displays? And so we've decided to say yes to that question and just offer that much more flexibility and extensibility with the software.
So one of the things we're going to do here is you're going to demonstrate the visual workplace for us, and we're going to have to push people away a little bit because they're going to be working on it. So we're going to do that first,
and then right now.
and then so one of the things we want to see is the quick start menu, right?
Yep, because and I'm going to show you that. Yep, right here. So I'm just going to ask this gentleman if he wouldn't mind stepping aside for 1 second. Yep.
I'm going to end this. I'm going to end the session for you, and this is impromptu. I haven't been trained on how to use this. That's how easy I figured it out.
Easy to use. So what you're seeing here is one of the things that we announced this week is our new quick start menu. And the idea here, Gary, is sometimes we install a display and an employee might not yet have an access to log in or sign into Prysm, and they come into the conference room and they're looking to make a presentation and they're faced with a display that they don't know how to log into. So we've made it easy for them to come in. They've got 3 options here. They can sketch, which is a whiteboard option that they can sign into and start collaborating on. They can connect a device, and that could be with an HDMI cord or with Apple AirPlay, or if they've got to log in, they could sign in and have access to the full version of the software.
So let me make sure I understand. So obviously through the software, normally you'd have a login and it'd be controlled by the enterprise group within the company or the IT group. But you have a walk-up and use experience for people that aren't logged in that just want to make a presentation.
That's right. I mean, sometimes you go into a conference room and you've got other colleagues coming in, you either want to share your laptop display or just start presenting. And so if you want to do that, you just push here, and then you'd immediately see your options if you wanted to connect via HDMI. And then we just rolled out, also brand new this week, the ability to connect with Apple AirPlay. So now I can push the Apple AirPlay button, and it gives me instructions on how to go into any of my Mac devices and connect it up to the screen and display my screen wirelessly.
That's really cool. iPad, MacBook, and iPhone connectivity through AirPlay, which is basically wireless. So you're giving them wireless connectivity on iOS. And wireless on iOS has been the hardest thing to do because Apple hasn't made that the easiest possible thing. So the fact that you have it is unique.
That's right. And we're going to be rolling out Chromecast in just a couple of weeks. And so now you've got the option with AirPlay, Chromecast soon to come, and Wi-Fi as well.
All right. So let's say we've now connected and we now have access to the wall. Tell us some of the things that you can do on here.
So after you've logged in?
Yeah, after you've logged in.
Okay, so now if I've got a login, I would go into the sign in, and I'm just going to sign us in.
So she's going to sign us in with her secret username and password, and we're going to get an actual live real-time demo of the Prysm visual workplace. So hang in there. We're going to get a great demo here.
So I'm signing us in, and so once you're signed in, you've got here a project menu where you can go into various what we call workspaces. And so I'm going to go into one of the special environments that we've created for ISE. And so within this workspace, I've got several different content options here. I'm going to show us a scenario here that we've created especially for the show. And so here's just one example of some of the things that you can do with the Prysm Visual Workplace environment. This is a palette that we've put together kind of as an example for a marketing team. And so say that I'm a marketing team and I'm working in consumer or retail trends, and I'm looking to pull together idea boards to feature my latest products. Maybe I'm putting together a catalog, maybe I'm just trying to keep up with what's happening in the market. I've got a lot of information I want to display here, and so one of the things that we're able to do within the system is pull really any kind of content. So you can see here I've got images that are displayed here. I've got various palettes. I could have a video in here. I could have Word document with data in it, and I can manipulate this content. And so it would enable me to go in and really work with other team members and show them. So we really like this pillow. Let's feature that on the cover. I could, write a little note here and say, this is definitely cover art. I could send notes about things that I want to change. So maybe I don't really like the way that this picture is looking, so I'm going to take it off of there. I'm going to blow this one up a little bit. So it gives me a lot of opportunities to go in and collaborate. And this is a workspace that exists in the cloud. So everyone can see it. They can go in and look at it. I can have offices connect from other locations. I can have connectivity from my iPad. Just a really endless array of options here to be able to have marketing teams come together and work on content and collaborate.
And what I noticed here, having a little bit of a background in interior design, that basically you've taken the same workflow that existed in the analog world and made it available in the digital world. So that's the key, is that the workflow process is the same. All you're doing is giving them access to it wherever they want to have access. And all the collaboration that you're doing here is mimicked for anybody who's connected to the system.
That's right, and it's really, you hear a lot about digital transformation. I mean, this is a perfect example of exactly what you said. This used to exist in the analog world. We've completely digitized it, and we've opened up the access so that everyone can have free access to the content from wherever they are.
Right, and so that means if you are connected remotely through a mobile device or laptop connection or whatever, they're able to collaborate with the same content that you're collaborating with, and they're seeing all that collaboration in real time.
That's right, they can see the content, they can add content from their mobile device, they can also annotate on or edit the content, they can make comments on content and be able to collaborate at the same level wherever they are.
So let's, I don't know, did you want to demo some more, or did you want to talk about the third-party integration? Because I think that's important.
We can just take a little walk over here, and as on the way we'll walk by this is an example of one of our 98-inch LCDs right here, but we're just going to keep walking.
And the 98-inch, if I remember correctly, is 4K.
That's right. That's right. And so what we see here on the end is this is an Avacor display, and it's the first time that we're opening up the Prysm software into this third-party hardware. So we've got one display here from Avacor, and then right next to it there you've got a display from Planar. And it's the exact same experience of the software. You can see here we've got various customers standing in front of the displays getting demos, and it's really a solution where we're shipping an appliance in the software, giving that to the hardware provider and enabling them to put together a bundle that is a complete solution for collaboration.
And it's a software as a service model, right? You're selling seat licenses. Is that basically what you're doing?
That's right. There are a couple of different options. It could be that someone is buying one license just for the room, and they could also, at that point, add on other user licenses as well, and that would open up the access to give mobile users the ability to collaborate.
And the version of the software we're seeing here, this is the finished packaged product that you're actually shipping now, right?
That's right, yes.
Right. And so to find out more information, go to prysm.com, prysm.com. Of course, we're going to shoot an individual product video on each of these as well, so you can go in a video search window and type in Prysm, prysm.com, but of course, you can get all the information at prysm.com. Paige, thank you very much for the demo, especially doing this in real time, on the fly, here in a trade show booth in a giant show in Amsterdam. You never know if things are going to work out, but it did work out.
There's a lot happening. You're so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for watching, and keep watching. We've got a lot more to cover here at ISE 2017.